Oh, hello, great readers. I'm Belchan.
I'm Nimakong.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read all of your part of the yellow wallpaper.
As.
Ah.
The yellow wallpaper. Perkins Gilman. Section 4. Near the mopboard. A streak that runs round the room. It goes behind every piece of furniture, except the bed. All on. Straight. Even smooch. As if it had been rubbed over and over. I wonder how it was done and who did it. And what they did it for. Round and round and round, around and round and round, it makes me dizzy. I really have discovered something at last. Through watching so much at night. When it changes so. I have finally found out. The front pattern does move in no wonder. The woman behind shakes it. Sometimes I think there are a great many women behind. And sometimes only one. And she crawls around fast. And her crawling shakes it all over. Then in the very bright spot she keeps still. Them hard. And she is all the time trying to climb through. But nobody could climb through that pattern or it strangles so. I think that is why it has so many heads. They get through. And then a pattern strangles them off and turns them upside down. And makes their eyes white. If those heads were covered or taken off, it would not be half so bad. I think that woman gets out in the daytime. And I'll tell you a private lie, I've seen her. I can see her out of every one of my windows. It is the same woman. I know. For she is always creeping. And most women do not creep by daylight. I see her on that long shaded lane. Creeping up and down. I see her in those dark grape arbours. Creeping all around the garden. I see her on that long road under the trees. Creeping along. And when a carriage comes, she hides under the blackberry vines. I don't blame her a bit. It must be very humiliating to be caught creeping by daylight. I always lock the door when I creep by daylight. I can't do it at night. For I know John would suspect something at once. And John is so queer now that I don't want to irritate him. I wish he would take another room. Besides, I don't want anybody to get that woman out at night but myself. I often wonder if I could see her out of all the windows at once. But turn as fast as I can. I can only see out of one at one time. Can turn. I have watched her sometimes away off in the open country, creeping as fast as a cloud shadow in a high wind. If only that top pattern could be gotten off from the under one. I mean to try it. Little by little. I have found out another funny thing. But I shan't tell it this time. It does not do to trust people too much. There are only 2 more days to get this paper off. And I believe John is beginning to notice. I don't like the look in his eyes. And I heard him ask Jenny a lot of professional questions about me. She had a very good report to give. She said I slept a good deal in the daytime. John knows I don't sleep very well at night. For all I'm quiet. He asked me all sorts of questions. Too. I'm pretended to be very loving and kind. as if I couldn't see through him. Still, I don't wonder he acts so. Sleeping under this paper for 3 months. It only interests me, but I feel sure John and Jenny are secretly affected by it. Hurrah! This is the last day. But it is enough. John is to stay in town overnight. I won't be out until this evening. Jenny wanted to sleep with my I think. But I told her I should undoubtedly rest better for a night all alone. That was clever. For really I wasn't alone a bit. As soon as it was moonlight, and that poor thing began to crawl and shake the pattern, I got up and ran to help her. I pulled and she shook. I shook and she pulled. And before morning we had peeled off yards of that paper, a strip about as high as my head and half around the room. I declared I would finish it today. We go away tomorrow. Before. Jenny looked at the wall in amazement. Vicious thing. She laughed and said she wouldn't mind doing it herself. But I must not get tired. How she betrayed herself that time. But I am here. And no person touches this paper but men it alive. She tried to get me out of the room, it was too patent. I would lie down again and sleep all I could. And not to wake me even for Jenny would call when I woke. So now she is gone. And the servants are gone. And the things are gone. And there is nothing left but that great bedstead now down, with the canvas mattress we found on it. We shall sleep downstairs tonight, and take the boat home tomorrow. I quite enjoy the room. Now it is buried again. How those children did tear about here. This bedstead is fairly gnawed, but I must get to work. I have locked the door and thrown the key down into the front path. I don't want to go out. And I don't want to have anybody come in. Till John comes. I want to astonish him. I've got a rope up here that even Jenny did not find. If that woman does get out and tries to get away, I can tie her. But I forgot I could not reach for without anything to stand on. This bed will not move. I tried to lift and push it until I was lame. It hurt my teeth. Then I peeled off all the paper I could standing on the floor. It sticks horribly and the patron just enjoys it. All those strangled heads and bulbous eyes and waddling fingersquirts just shriek with derision. I am getting angry enough to do something desperate. To jump out of the window would be admirable exercise. But the bars are too strong even to try. Besides, I wouldn't do it. Of course not. I know well enough that a step like that is improper and might be misconstrued. Creeping women. And they creep so fast. I wonder if they all come out of that wallpaper as I did. The road there. I suppose I shall have to get back behind the pattern when it comes night. And that is hard. I please. I don't want to go outside. I won't. Even if Jenny asks me to. For outside you have to creep on the ground. And everything is green instead of yellow. But here I can creep smoothly on the floor. And my shoulder just fits in that long smooch around the wall. So I cannot lose my way. Oil. There's John at the door. It is no use. And man, you get up in it. He does call and pound. Now he's crying for an ex. It would be a shame to break down that beautiful door. John dear, said I in the gentlest voice. The key is down by the front steps. That silenced him for a few moments. Then he said very quietly indeed, "Open the door." "I can't," said I. And then I said it again. Several times. Very gently and slowly. And said it so often that he had to go and see. And he got it. Of course. And came in. He stopped short by the door. "What is the matter?" he cried. "For God's sake." I kept on creeping just the same. But I looked at him over my shoulder. "I've got out at last," said I. "In spite of you and Jane. And I've put most of the paper. Now why should that man have fainted?" But he did. And right across my path by the wall. So that I had to creep over him every time. The end.